Right, Matt, a new settlement has appeared across Mirdrasil. It's incredible. The tree. Anyway, so this is the deal. People have went on to the PTR. I believe this actually happens right now if you've defeated Farak.
I think the difference is the trees there, but the settlement isn't built.
Oh, neat.
I believe that's the difference.
So these are images from Arcanist Saphras on Twitter, who has hopped onto the PTR and shared images to give us a look.
Thank you.
So it's that thing where what's the way to put it? Right, big picture. Night Elves not in Kalimdor, sad. Now I don't think anybody expects him to go back to Teldrassil because like that is actually just charcoal now. It is gone. But actually seeing traditional like Night Elf settlements existing there in ways that remind us of the thing that came before, in the way that you would imagine many of the elves in this setting would like to be reminded of the good old times before the modern Night Elf plot happened. You know, it does successfully get a few of the pangs, and certainly Mirdrasil itself looks quite nice.
Yeah, so
certainly you stand outside Teldrassil back in the day, you look at it and you're like,
big wood.
2004.
Yeah, just a big cylinder of tree, more or less, until you get inside. But I think I like this specifically because it's you can tell obviously it's less jagged and more new and stuff, but it's really reminiscent of, given the entire environs, it's very reminiscent of the Dreamgrove and Val Shara, which is basically like kind of perfect in a way. I was worried this would be too leaning on the Mirdrasil aesthetic of being deathy, but they've went very far out of their way to make this green and not blue.
Yeah,
at least at this settlement.
I really like the new boats. Of course, those are boats that we've all been finding interesting in the data mining. Matt now frantically, there it is. There you go.
Boat.
It's a nice boat. So yeah, I think what will be interesting is what do they do here? You know, are there any little stay a while and listens? Anything with NPCs? Certainly have to wonder. Do you know what this does represent at the very least? It's finally over.
Renewal.
I suppose it does represent that, but most importantly,
literally, yeah.
Most importantly, we will have no more Night Elf stories.
Oh, thank God.
Or no more of this. Like, it's the end of this chapter, definitively. They certainly accelerated to tie it off and have it be done, but it's done.
Yeah, dump it in the bin like an amputated
Yes,
limb.
let us just move forward. Never hear about Night Warriors again, or God, Night Warrior, that was so cringe.
I'm gonna sort of disagree. I did think it was cool. I do think it's cool. I just think they botched it by not making it cool. They had all of the
I can either agree with you or like say something nasty about anime.
I mean,
it's easier to agree with you.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
it is.
if they had more commitment to it, I suppose just the way they could have called it anything other than Night Warrior. Do you know what Night Warrior?
But Night
do you know what it reminds me
cool.
of? There's this character in A Song of Ice and Fire called Darkstar, and he's like, "I am Darkstar. I am of the night." And he's like basically written as this preposterous character that everybody is just a bit embarrassed by and thinks is stupid. It's like Night Warrior felt. Do you know what it is for me? It felt really try hard. And that, I think, is why I didn't respect it.
See, I liked it because I immediately thought it was as tuney as hell. Tuney being a specific term.
Thank you.
It's tuney something. Basically, I think it roughly is around middle schooler delusions, which is basically, you know, the dumb shit that like...
They have a word for that?
Yeah, tuney bio. So
That's
like,
great.
so you know, like all the cringe shit that like a 14, 15-year-old comes up with.
Is that what Elven Lied was basically?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got
I have a very skewed perception of anime.
So you've got like 14, 15-year-olds, and they're really edgy and really like, you know, they dress up really kind of crazy and they wear eye patches. So that's the famous one. And they've all these like grand delusions of how cool this fantasy life would be. And it's kind of like, it feels like that, which is mostly to say that it's, how do I describe this really succinctly? It's kind of just it is what it is in a really strong and like ashamed way. Like Night Warrior, yeah. The Moon Warrior, Night Warrior. You can't say Moon Warrior because the moon's kind of shiny. Night Warrior, the Dark Moon. That just works, basically. I think that could have been really cool if they really leaned into it in how they showed it. They leaned into it in how they told it. But then they went... yeah, okay, good thing I turned off autopilot at the end there. But they went straight into sorry, I actually struggle with words today. Into the repercussions of it, into the consequences of it. They went into that too far because they accelerate the story and skip out all the middle bits. So like, yeah, Night Elves, Night Warrior, yeah, of course. So like, Night Warrior, if they had really leaned and showed us what the problem of what a Night Warrior is, in how brutally or how much damage we got to see vast amounts of murder. And like just Night Warriors in the Empowered, just destroying stuff. And obviously we got to see some of that, but we didn't get to see it in a way that felt like, oh shit, this is really brutal, this is really vile, this is really evil. This is really, really giving into that fantasy of, no, I am twisted psychopath mode. Like if they'd done that with Tronda, it might have been a little bit more than Tronda kills a load of people, which makes sense because they were invading our homeland, and then feel sad about it. Like, what? What do you mean? They're good, then they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I went off. I'm sorry for going off about Night Elves again. It'll never happen again. And it definitely won't happen in about an hour.
Dude, Dory, it's fantastic. I just finished my taxes for 2027.
Very good. Very good.
So we've got that. Where are my show notes? They're gone. All right, Amir Jasil. It's happened. It's over. We may not all like where we are right now, but now Night Elf Twitter can heal. Because apparently the entire World of Warcraft is driven by like 8 Twitter accounts.
Yeah.
Or at least all of the discussion is.
Yeah. I'll be one of them someday.